So I guess I'm live now. Cool. I guess. All right. Cool. So I'm live, and it's the first time I've been fully live through the actual Facebook app on my phone. Didn't have time to let anybody else know about it, but it's whatever. That's cool. You guys can get on as I go. If anybody comes on, if not, you'll be able to see it in a little bit. But anywho, WrestleMania first night is now done. Pretty good. Good job, I guess. There's some things I didn't care about, but you know, whatever. It's for everybody. I mean, it's not for everybody, but I mean, there's a little something there for everyone. Cool. But this is sitting in front of you. It's sitting in front of me. It's sitting in front of you. And you're wondering why? It's because I've been contacted by another wrestler to help them out with something cool. If you guys don't remember, I did a mask for the Carver. Matter of fact, it's the last video that I posted. So if you're watching this, you're like, what mask for the Carver? Just make sure that you subscribe, and you'll be notified of all this stuff, especially if I'm going to start doing some more live stuff, kind of like this. But I used, like, it looked like a goat skull. Let's see if I have an extra one laying around me. It doesn't look like I do. Also, I'm just wasting time for more people to come this way. Here we go. Anyway, yeah, I basically took a mask like this one and had some extra horns put it on the side, so it had 4 horns and did all kinds of crazy stuff up to it, you know, put it all together. Got it to him. Carver absolutely loved it and has worn it a couple times, especially over the past 2 weekends. But now I have this skull, a couple of them, and the wrestler will be unnamed for now, but they are interested in me working on a skull mask for them. And we talked a bit about it out, sent me the designs and whatnot, and from what I gathered, this would probably be their best bet. Now, they're just coming out to the ring with it. Ultimately, they are not going to be wrestling in it. Thank God. If they did, it probably wouldn't be able to handle that. It's got a hinged jaw, but we're actually going to have it kind of like open like this and just leave it that way. I'll probably my plan is to put a couple pop rivets in to hold it in place. And we're going to get rid of this elastic on the inside and kind of give it more of a full coat. You see how it's not fully painted properly. I'm going to do a better paint job to it, darken the ears up, and then also down here we're going to put like a little ring, hoop earring down at the bottom, kind of give it the vibe of how they had some of the cats in Egypt depicted with wearing earrings and whatnot. So yeah, my goal is, as we talked it out, I'm gonna just give it a coat, then basically weather it, make it look like it's somewhat battle damaged in a couple different places. I'm gonna leave the eye mesh on it, and then talk to them later. That's the one thing I didn't cover, is if they want me to take the eye mesh off of it or leave it on. So I'm going to be doing it with the eye mesh left on for now. Personally, I would take the mesh off of it. Matter of fact, I'm going to take the mesh off it because I can always put it back on. It's the beautiful thing about glue. I mean, if I can't, yes, I can. Okay. Yeah, I thought I wouldn't be able to do it, but actually it's fairly easy to do. And it's just like a little spray adhesive. If I need to put it back on, I just put a little spray adhesive on the outer rim of it and just reapply. But this way, I have no problem seeing through it. That one's really on there. And then, since we're going to be having the jaw hinge, I'm going to end up taking these guys off as well. Or if I can try it off with this guy. Found these masks well after Halloween. A little bargain area at Meijer. And it looked to be as if somebody was hiding them and holding on, probably going to purchase them after they got break or something like that. Unfortunately for them, I have a really good eye and probably spotted it before they got off their break. Sorry guys, but seems I wanted it a little more. There we go. And put this guy. Break that guy's off. Better job cutting that off. I cut off this side. Oh, never mind. Just fell right out. Okay. Well, that was simple enough. Seems simple enough. There we go. Now it's out. So yeah, it's gonna hold itself open. Right about that much, and bottom of the person's jaw. Right there. Just hold it. Trying it on myself. Oh, even it's hilarious. Even without the even without that, it actually holds better to the person's jaw. So when they talk, it would just be doing this the whole time. That's hilarious. Hello. Nah. I'm acting silly right now. You guys don't even see what I'm doing. But anyway, all right, here we go. So, first thing I'm gonna do is probably give it a better paint job, and I'm gonna need paint to do that with. Hey, what do you know? Painting. Let's see. A good kind of off-white. Some. This, a little bit of this, a little bit of pale, and this over here. Not a whole lot of white, but be enough to do what I want. Because I'm basically just going to be dry brushing the whole thing. Brushes. Got that cut all the way down, make it as stiff as possible. It's always great when you're dry brushing. I'm probably gonna need to put a little yellow in it. I'll help it out a little bit. Give it a little more of an age to it, a little bit of yellowing, like it's been out in the sun for a while. All right, here we go. I'll just It's funny, I normally wear my gloves when I'm painting. For some reason I decided not to do that right now. I should probably be a good idea to go ahead and throw some on. I'm almost out of gloves for when I paint. So if any of you guys are out there watching and you want to help me out, get me hooked up with some decent nitrile gloves in the size like double XL, message me and let me know, because that would help me out a great deal. Now, I'm not going to do a full, like, coat the entire thing. I'm just getting a bunch of different areas. Because then ultimately, I'm going to be dry brushing on some other weathering, some darker colors, some yellows, some browns, some blacks and whatnot to give it some aging and potentially some damage to it and whatnot. Go. Use some more white. All right. How's your guys' weekend going so far? Hope you guys are doing all right. It's pretty much cashed out. Like mixing the different, doing layers all throughout the mask. Doesn't always have to be one color, because when it's out and getting weathered and whatnot on, it's always going to look, it's not just going to be one uniform thing. Like, it'll be uniform if somebody was to take like the skull and bleach it or something like that, but it's exposed to the elements, so it's going to have different layers in different areas. So there's the shading and the weathering. Now, for the teeth, I'm going to darken the teeth a little bit more. Let's see, I'm going to use some brown. If I have some, yes I do. I'm going to add some yellow to it. By the way, almost all my paints are recycled, like they're from other people trying to throw their paint away, or just, I do a lot of recycling, reusing stuff and whatnot, because, you know, why just throw something away? Okay, well, too much brown. Let's get some more yellow in there. So that's good for the base. Now, just do some. Yellow and I'll do this black right here. Okay. Let's see what this looks like. There we go. It's the same method I do for the weathering too, so it's like, oh yeah, let's do that to the teeth. I need somewhat. There we go. That's actually what I needed right here. This guy, just this color. Okay, no, maybe not that color. Ideal, a little yellow to that. Okay. And over here. Trying to fill in the crevices of the teeth. If you ever want to do really good at weathering something, just remember layers. Layers and layers and layers. If you just paint on everything, like paint, take it off, paint, scratch it off, paint, sand it off, paint. You just keep going that route. And you'll eventually get it to how you want it to look. And especially if you like doing a lot of weathering and layering, it's not just done immediately, you know. It takes time. And I appreciate this wrestler reaching out to me and wanting something like this, because it means a lot to me. Seeing my stuff getting appreciated, especially in the wrestling community, which I'm also a part of. So just do that, and then start wiping some of it away. So it's just going to have certain areas that'll have some darkness to it. Let me just wipe off a bunch of excess, and then some of the paint that's still on it, you can just go to different areas. Just tab this off. That is an ambulance. Be careful, guys. I like having, I'll take a lot of these brushes, I'll start painting kind of like that, and then eventually I'll even use this the way it is because of the coarseness of it. Eventually I'll cut it down to where it's like that, and I use it for a lot of the dry brushing and pushing and whatnot. Oh, and by the way, if nobody knew about this, just recently I sold 2 pieces of artwork at the wrestling show I run, Panic at the Dojo 2, Mojo Dojo, and that officially put me over my $10,000 mark. I have officially made $10,000 just off of my paintings and drawings, not my master or anything like that, just the paintings and drawings. So I was really happy to know about that and find that out. One of the very first pieces of art I ever sold was something like this. My game store I had, I used a piece of cardboard as I used a piece of cardboard, just laid it down on the table so I didn't get the table all mucked up while I was doing my buildings and paintings and whatnot. And I had it set up on the desk, getting ready to throw it in the trash. And the person on the downstairs floor, his name was like Strickland, I believe. He was an art teacher, but a former art teacher at the school locally, but he sold paintings. And we're talking, his lease was around $6,000. He'd sell one painting. He'd have his lease covered for like 2-3 years on just one painting. He drew a lot of, his favorite thing was, he's like, everybody has like a calling card where you know it's their artwork. And his thing was, he liked doing a lot of the drinking birds. You know, those one birds that when they go, and they go and they look like they're drinking water. It's like a weight thing with the fluids and whatnot. He had incorporated those into a lot of paintings. And he came up to visit and just see how, the game store is going. And he looked at me and he said, well, what do you call this piece? He goes, I haven't seen you do paintings before. I said, piece? What are you talking about? And he was looking at the piece of cardboard that I was getting ready to throw away. He said, he looked at me and he said, I want you, he goes, do this for me. He said, sign it, put it in a frame, and put it somewhere where a lot of people can see it with a price tag. And I was like, okay. And the bar I was working at was looking for random pieces of artwork to put up, so I put it up there, named it Workstation 1, because that's what I did. I used it as a little mini workstation. And within about 2 months later, I sold it. $125 for that piece, and all it was. And it was the cardboard to diapers. I had it just laid out, just making stuff like what I'm doing with this right now. And I've sold 5 pieces like this. And I'm probably, when there's enough paint and stuff all over this, I'll probably sell this too. I mean, it tells a story. If you get on, youtube.com/TheBadassNetwork, what you're watching right now, you'll see that yes, it's telling a story. It's telling all kinds of stories by watching all my other videos. So again, this really aged out. I'm really liking the weathering on this too. See, I wipe it with the rag. I'll wipe it with my gloves. My eye is itching. That's not cool. Yeah, I'm gonna add some darker colors. And I can use this brush in different various methods to get what I need. For whatever weathering effects I want. And I will not stop itching. I'm allergic to bone dander. Okay. Just put a little. There we go. Put some right here. Just darken that out a little more. If it looks like it's too much, just grab this, plug it in there. A lot better. I'm liking this. I'm really liking this. I'm liking the aging on it. This is looking very good. I'm very happy with what's coming out of it. So that's what I like doing, and I appreciate the wrestler too, because he's given me quite some free range on this. You know, a lot of wrestlers will have like an exact thing. Like, it's gotta be like this. Don't do it like that. If you do it like that, and it's like, I can't work with him. But when he's seen what I've done, knows what I'm capable of, and I already told him kind of a vision that I had, and trusts me enough to just say, go for it. And those are some of my favorites, because it's like, then I can get wild as I want. I feel like they're, and the other thing too is, if he sees it and he doesn't like it, I can change it. I can grab stuff. I'm not going to get upset. I'm not going to get upsetty. I'll have some spaghetti. And just, what would you like me to do instead? And then we go from there. We advance. We rise up. We get better. And this is probably, I'm going to say this guy, since I started making masks, and I started making masks back in 1994. I mean, so we're looking at almost 30 years of mask making for me. I mean, yeah, it's simple stuff like this. It's nothing too grandiose. But this has to be somewhere around 300 masks that I've done now. I've done a ton of Jason masks, and you'll see that if you actually look at my channel and look at the videos and stuff. Done tons of Jason masks. It's always, I love doing Jason masks. I'm getting ready to do a Jason mask version for another wrestler, Zodiac, and I'm quite excited about that as well. I have some really cool ideas to make it look, be complimentary to both the Jason Voorhees family as well as Zodiac. So that's the whole, and that's like I said, I love it when they give me that free reign. And Zodiac's cool because, besides being a really good friend, he likes having multiple costumes, different costumes all the time. So I know once he sees this mask, he's going to be like, I have to make an awesome costume to go along with it. And he's great too. He's a seamster. He does a lot of sewing and whatnot, makes his own gear and everything, and it's one of the best things to do. Back when I first started wrestling, you had to spend, if you wanted tights or anything like that, you were gonna have to spend close to $300-400 because nobody, I guess especially wrestlers, knew how to sew or had the machine or the time even. And I started doing it myself because I had home ec in school, 8th grade. I knew how to do it. And when I started doing my own, had other wrestlers hit me up, hey man, I would love for you to make me blah blah blah. And then I'm like, okay, cool. And it worked out. It worked out great. It was. And then just everybody got more grandiose and was wanting all kinds of crazier stuff. So I was like, look, I'm just simple. I'm a very simple person when it comes to it. You see my outfits, I really don't get crazier than that. That's about it. Pretty happy with that. Yeah. No. Really happy with the way that's looking. I didn't know though. So I should have probably contacted him. I have a really cool idea. He may not like it. I don't know. I want to do it because I think it'll be neat. And because I got these holes here that don't have anything for it now. And I want to do something for it. So I'm going to. Okay. I got these guys. Even better. These guys. I had these guys. No, I don't. There we are. Do I have the bottoms for these guys? Maybe I don't. Well, that's not good. I thought I did. Ooh. However. Alright, here we go. There we go. Pick them up. Ooh. Let's see. Oop. Wonder if it'll. Okay. Let me think about it for a second. Yeah, I can get it. Alright, I'm gonna do it to the other side too. I like it. I like it. And it's just a screw, so if he doesn't like it, I can just take him right out. I like him. I like it. It's the best thing about the creative method. Put one right here. hardest part about the screws this size, is just get it to, there we go. Put 2 small ones in here. That's a good idea. Do the smaller ones. Put 2 smaller ones. Screws one. All right. I hope he likes that. I like them. My touch, I do a lot of, I guess they call it like industrial pieces. My things are screws. I like having screws sticking out of stuff and or holding together randomly. So there we go. I like that. And that's how big I'm gonna have the skull hanging out. Okay. I like that. I like that. Let me there we go. Get the, yeah, that'd be cool. I like that. That looks good. I'm gonna put a ring, an earring right here hanging down. And I need to get a hoop. A hoop, if you will. Let's see what I got. If I got anything hoop-wise. So much stuff. It's funny when you have so much stuff, but you just don't have what you need. That's how it always goes. All right, let's see. Not there, not there. I wonder if I can do something with this. Maybe, no. No, that's silly. Why would I even do that? That's silly. Something of a ring. Oh, that would be an idea. I wonder how well that would work. I like the idea. It's getting it to work. It's going to be a minor issue. Try to poke a hole in here. See if that works. Okay, nice. There you go, next hole up. There we go. Should I leave it? I'm trying to figure out if I should leave it like that or. So right now is a great time for me to start making a list of tools I need, because I need like a pair of pliers for this. I don't have pliers, so I'm like try to use go old school. Try to start making sure I don't mess up, because if I do, that'll be it. I'll probably end up trashing the mask. If I trash the mask, that means I gotta start over, and I don't want to start over. Do is I'll move this over here. Now a little dollop of some super glue. Seems this super glue is all but giving out on me. There we go. A lot better. A lot better. Okay, with that, and then where's that brush at? Touch up there is around the ring. There you go, nice little gold earring. Let's see. So that rest there. That is how I'm gonna want the mask to. still secure. Now, we got all the layers. So we're going to do some more fun stuff. We need to actually start putting a little bit of damage on it. And there's different methods to use. Let's see. Just want something simple. Nothing too crazy. Here we go. Use this guy. Just do some scratches on it. Sorry about the sound, guys. Some more. Here we go. All right. That. Right. There we go. Take that out. Put this on it. Do some damage this way. Got this little rotary. There we go. Alright, that's some good damage. So, and guess what we would do with the damage? We then put another layer over. Yay! So, I'm going to go a little darker. Put some black here. That was a bit much. A bit too much. But it's okay. I got this black at the Dollar Tree. I'm not too upset. In fact, I got some white. Okay. There's a fire tip brush. Sure, I'm kind of a heavy breather. Also just kind of heavy. Filling in all these cracks. And I'm just wiping the excess off with my thumb. Wish I was playing music or something to be a little more entertaining. Then I don't want to get a copyright strike on me or something silly like that. God knows that would happen. I'd be the guy. I got a copyright strike on Facebook when I was using a song that I composed. That was hilarious. I was like, how are you gonna fault me for using my own song? Doesn't even sound like a popular song. So quiet. This is when I work best anyway, so a lot of you guys, there's probably nobody watching right now, but it's fine. I'm fine with it. The whole point is, this is my best time when I work on my stuff. So, this is when I do it. There we go. Just filling in the deep parts of the cuts. Don't mind me. There we go. put a little dab on my finger and rub it around, filling some of these crevices. There we go. That's looking. All right. That's nice. That's fun. And I know originally I said I was going to set this jaw, but I almost feel like it should just let hang. What do you think? So put it on. Tell you what, here we go. We're gonna take a gander at this. All right, doing the reveal. Here we go. Got some of that damage going on. I'm liking the teeth. Got the ear piercing going. Now I'm going to show this to him. Right now I'm saying this is pretty good at being a done project. It's got the hanging down. Now if I wanted to, I can bring it up here. And every time I talk. But if you, like, you can talk and it'll move a little bit. But if you want the mouth to move, you really have to move your jaw. It's silly, so you can always just leave it down here and do your talking and let it hang. So you can go various ways. You let it just sit here like this, bring it all the way down. So leaving it, yeah. I'm happier that I didn't set it that way and put it. Oh, that did a lot of really good. I'm pretty happy with the weathering on it. Honestly, it's really nice. Some of the damaging and the scratching and whatnot. I might go back around and add some extra stuff to it, but from what it looked like originally, you know, because it's not the same mask, but it was from this brighter color to more weathered look. I think I really did it pretty, yeah, I'm really happy with the way it turned out. And I'm going to be showing him what I have here. And if he likes it, awesome. If he wants some stuff added to it or whatnot, then so be it. We'll do that. And yeah, just pretty happy with it. Take it off. That's why I like using some of these paints too, because it's already dried. You know, it's got a little bit to cure and stuff. So probably tomorrow I'm gonna put a clear coat on it. So yeah, really happy the way it turned out. Hey, it's been an hour, and this was just a basic build, basic custom, if you will. Like the carvers took. When I did the carver's mask took hours. Well, not just hours. Well, I mean, it was over the course of a month almost. But 40 minutes is the video. And I did a lot of stuff at 6 times the speed and did a lot of time-lapsing. So I want to say the mask itself from start to finish, from, you know, hands-on tools to hands-off tools, was probably a good 13 hours on that mask, doing this and that and the other. This isn't that grandiose, but it's, in just the hour that I did, a lot of character has been put onto this mask. I'm very happy with the way this looks right now. And I know I may, you know, I'm going to take a couple photos, send it to him, see what he thinks. Maybe add 1 or 2 things. And if I do, we'll just film that and then I'll just repost it, part 2 on this. But right now, you're just going to see it the way it is. And there we go again. You know, we got the earring there. I added some spikes. I thought that'd be some extra good flavor. We got some damage, some cracks and some cuts in the skull and whatnot. But ultimately, very happy with the way this turned out. So I'm calling this done, and I can't wait to see him wearing it. And also, I mean, just in case, if not, you'll see it say part 1, and then a part 2 will come where I'll, you know, if he wants anything added to it or whatnot. So But for the people that were watching it, I know I saw one or two people pop in and on here. You didn't have to say anything. It's fine. I'm just happy that you guys popped in just to see what I was doing. So thank you guys very much for watching this. This was a real time live. It wasn't, wasn't time lapse or anything like that. And just make sure that you do subscribe. You're here. If you're watching this, you might as well just hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button. Might as well, because I'm going to be making more masks and all the other stuff that you see me doing on this channel. So I'm going to get out here and get some sleep. Hey, WrestleMania second night tomorrow. Hey, let's watch that. And then who knows? Maybe I'll go live again. Ta ta.